Good morning, everyone. This is Pranab Bua from EDU TV. First of all, my heartfelt best wishes to Dr. Ashwini Kumar Sharma, Director General VIPS New Delhi, and Mrs. Priyanka Bhatkoti, Principal Maxfort School, Dwarka, New Delhi.
Namaskar to everybody and my heartfelt greetings and best wishes to EDU TV for celebrating Guru Purnima in such a momentous manner where we have a teacher par excellence, and the Guru who deserves our salutations today is Dr. Ashwini Kumar Sharma for his path-breaking work in the field of education. Sir, our salutations to you.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, thank you so much. In fact, where I went for a morning walk in the morning, I saw those yellow school buses coming to our colony.
Oh,
I was feeling so good after 2 months. It was so much, ma'am. Over to you, Mrs. Priyanka Bhatkoti, Principal, Maxfort School, Dwarka. Yes, ma'am.
We are tremendously honored to have amongst us today Dr. Ashwini Kumar Sharma, and words would fail us if we were to describe his achievements. At present, Sir is the Director General for WIPS, your chairperson VSET and VSIT, and he's an engineer with more than 30 years of professional experience with research and development, administration skilling. He has worked with prestigious organizations. So I am going to take a few of my favorites names out here because if we run your achievements through, we will not have time throughout the day. So one is your ISRO from Ahmedabad, because I worked there, and in satellite, their campus was right next to our Anand Niketan campus there. And you've done path-breaking work along with your Bhabha Atomic Research Center, which is BARC out here. And yes, NILET, and a lot of other organizations. Why I am taking all these names? Because they show the wide variety of deep-rooted work that Sir has done across sections. Yes. So, Sir, my very first question to you was, what are the habits of mind that have helped you reach the position that you have?
Ma'am, what is happening is today when we are going through the education system, and the new education policy is now emphasizing very much on, there is a critical thinking where you have to start thinking something different what others do. I think that could make me to grow, because I joined R&D organization in the beginning. Then I moved to industry, which includes the Toshiba Corporation, Japan, and other organizations like Rajcom, where I worked as a managing director for 7 years and executed multiple e-governance and IT projects. And then moved to capacity building and skilling in National Institute of Electronics and Information Technology, NILET, with Government of India as a DG for 5 years. Then I could get a chance to work as a Vice Chancellor with Vijay Bhumi University in Karjat, as well as Symbiosis Pune. And now I could feel that finally it is the way you are grown up in school and the way you basically are grown up in your community and society to start thinking of new initiatives and new achievements. So I think this is what basically made me to start working for a new different parameters and different ideas and different organizations.
Here, the takeaway for all of us, and especially the student community and the teacher community, is that if you have the scientific temperament to go deeper, especially with research, that will give us the way forward to lead in whichever field that we choose to be. Yes, sir. Critical thinking is what you mentioned, and also the part that here schooling plays a very important role. We are very happy, sir, as principals, where higher education, recognizes the role played by schools in shaping the personality, the values, the ethics, and the career pathway of students. So again, I wanted to know over here that which are the key skills. See, you have seen students across various domains, be it in engineering colleges, you would have worked with teams in your ISRO, BARC, NILET, Toshiba, private and government, all areas. What are the key skills which define those who are the leaders out here? Because I'm sure with your astute experience out there, you would have seen that there is a pattern to success that comes across. Yes, sir.
Yes, and I do totally agree what you are saying. And let me tell you in that way that if you go by the Howard's Gardner theory, each of us has got different skill sets built into the system, which means out of the 9 skill sets which are being defined today as on day, definitely one is having a dominant stage in one of the skill sets. Maybe word smart, maybe logistics smart, maybe music smart, maybe body smart, maybe self smart, people smart, because they leads to different job roles. So there is nothing to say that only one can be a leader in all activities. Definitely all of us have got some skills, but we need to work out to take the advantage of the dominant stage skills in us. As far as the skill sets are required, definitely in the present scenario, when we are talking about Industrial Revolution 4.0, and when we are talking about education based on new education policy, it is very important that we must have a complex problem solving, which we are lagging as on date. Because when we go to the, when we pass out from school or college, we definitely keeps on demanding solution from others. So somewhere we have to work out and develop a skill where we are able to work out with the problem solving. Then of course the creativity, that is most important. This is what we are lagging basically in the school system also. Of course, good schools try to cultivate this activity or this skill set in the youth or in the students, but definitely creativity is very important. Then coordination with others, that is very important again, because until unless you are able to work in a team, you are able to coordinate with others, you won't be a achiever. And this is what we can see in political scenario also, that the parties are doing very well where they are very well coordinated. Then of course we have to take care of the emotional intelligence. This is what is being basically missing in the past, where we generally try to compete with each other without having a feeling of emotional intelligence. And it's very important because you need to understand feeling of others also who are in the team and how they will be able to contribute to the team and what they expect or they think about the team leader. Then of course, decision making. We have to take a call because it has been seen when we are in 10th class and when we get a good marks, we are in a dilemma to take a call whether to go for science, arts, economics, English, or maybe something else. So let me tell you that decision making plays a very important role, and that's the reason the new education policy is also talking about a trend where the student has to pick up the subjects based on the trend which is having the past. And I think somewhere we have to take a call ourselves because we are our own career chooser. Students have to take a call whether they want to go to law, they want to go to economics, English, mathematics, science, whatever. Because nowadays all fields are open and all are very good. And of course, then we need to have a service orientation, which means we must be devoted and dedicated to perform the service assigned to us.
So, sir, I think you brought the whole world in 5 minutes to all students out here, from problem solving, because critical and creative skills have to hear, and problem solving is something that benefits the community, and problem solving that can be scaled up, which does not remain isolated in a silo. Next, you have brought over the 21st century skills along with multiple intelligences, that is your Harvard Gardner's theory out here, which is now being put into practice. And you have culminated with saying that every subject and every stream has great pathways of success, but our decisions, our informed decisions will make it or break it for us here. So here, sir, again, it's very, very valuable how you have brought to the fore what we need to be very practically inclined with, not just stuck with scores, but what we're actually able to do with our scores, and we apply the knowledge to bring the benefit to the whole community that we are here, because that's how leaders are there. And you have examples of umpteen leaders growing all around us. So India and India's story is leading at the moment. So I wanted to know also, what are the path-breaking initiatives? Because at present, again, you lead a very prominent organization out here, which is preparing students for the future, and it's a professional studies and courses are available out here. So what are the path-breaking initiatives at your present organizations for student placement? What works?
Ma'am, see what is happening is, see now, as you said rightly, that as on date, besides knowledge, you need to have a skill sets also. You need to basically transform your knowledge into outcome-based education, which means you should be in a position to deliver to the society or to the industry. And especially when we are talking about Industrial Revolution 4.0, which is a talk of the town as on date in all throughout the globe, it has become very important and necessary that students who are coming out from schools, college, or maybe any professional college education background, they need to understand that they have to deliver to the industry, they have to deliver to the society through the skills only. So what is more important is that once we have been talking about, let's be very clear that we are at BIPS TC, what we are trying to do is, we are trying to give them additional capsule courses also in terms of skilling. For example, let's say a BA LLB student is there. Now we wanted to basically, we do understand that after doing the LLB, definitely they will be going for court cases and handling the court cases. So they need to have an understanding of cyber security, because that's the things which is happening in the country throughout the globe. And similarly, they need to understand the forensic science. So we are trying to give them 3 to 6 month course to them where they are able to understand over and above the course curriculum in terms of forensic science and in terms of cyber security. Similarly, those who are with the engineering background where we are running BTech in AI, machine learning, data science, computer science, IoT, we are trying to bring in course on emotional intelligence, because once they go to the industry, they have to work like a leader or maybe as a part of the team. They have to handle the emotional intelligence of the student. Similarly, those who are in the arts background, or those who are in the BBA or MBA courses, or those who are in the BA economic courses, there also we are trying to basically work out a mechanism where we are trying to give them 1 month to 4 month course in different skill sets which is required as a part of the system. Rather, I will recommend that all students who are going through the courses, whether it is a engineering course, economics or commerce or arts, whatever it is, they must develop some basic skill sets in terms of making a presentation, in terms of writing a letter, in terms of soft skill like communication skill, because this is a mandate and part and parcel of the whole system when we are going for the placement, or whether we are going to set up a startup, or whether we are going for a center of excellence.
So again, you've run a whole marathon here for us and brought us so many different facets onto the table with the qualities that are required, how we need to apply them, and the skill set, the whole focus on the skill set, because then we have to prove our worth in real-time situations there. Yes. So I have one last closing question to ask of you. You are a member where you look into panels and your placements, etc. What are the discriminant qualities that employers are looking when they are looking into recruiting? Because then we who are in education, be it college or school, have to look at strongly nurturing those qualities in our students. Could you please throw a little bit of light there?
Ma'am, very important question which you have raised, and I think this is what each of us has to understand, especially those who are in education sector, that besides knowledge, as I said in the past also, we need to have some soft skills developed in the students. I mean, they should be in a position to understand how to face an interview. So they need to be rooted through mock interviews, because they are able to understand what should be the dress code, how to write a CV, how to project yourself. That is very important. Secondly, when you are going for any interview, this is what I personally feel, and that's a general question always, that which subject you feel you are more comfortable. So at least one subject, one topic where the student feel he or she is very much comfortable, they must prepare it thoroughly and well prepared. The third most important is when they are, say, let's say, for example, I say I am very good in IoT, let's say. So I must be well aware with the new trends which are happening in the IoT sector. I must be well aware that how IoT has come up, what are the applications, how it is going to help the society or the industry. So I think these are the few parameters which one has to keep in mind when they are applying for a job, or when they are planning to go for a job. And nowadays, another important thing which I picked up is basically the entrepreneurship. So they have to be ready to handle the challenge and should be ready to go for entrepreneurship, because they must be very clear now jobs are limited in the government sector, even in the private also. After the AI and chat GPT, I think things will change. So they have to definitely start thinking of reskilling, upskilling, unskilling, and again skilling. That's the phenomena they have to adapt. Things are changing very fast.
Very fast. So again, sir, thank you for alerting us about the pace of change, which is exponential, how we need to unlearn and learn, and especially bringing to the fore the facts which make a key difference in interview, whether you get the job or whether you are the one who does not receive that important call out here, from the dress code to the soft skills, to be able to agree to disagree, and what value you bring to the table, how you need to bring it and make it very apparent through your soft skills here. So thank you so much, sir, for that wealth of knowledge. Thank you, Pranav, sir, for bringing this here to us. And I do hope that we in school education continue to be mentored like you have mentored us today, so that we put the right value at the right place. Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ashwini. Thank you so much, Madam Priyanka. I'm really thankful to you on an auspicious day of Guru Purnima. Both the gurus have enlightened us, and we would look forward for more programs where we invite school heads, university heads, and also corporate heads to talk to each other. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you very much. Thank you.